Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show. I'm your host, Ginny. Today, we're diving into some exciting stories from around the world. First up, Hong Kong's vibrant fintech scene is gaining momentum in the Middle East. Thanks to InvestHK's strategic support, local companies like Evident Group are partnering with innovative banks like Zand Bank in the UAE, turning Hong Kong into a global fintech hub. This quiet but powerful shift is helping Hong Kong become a key connector in cross-border digital finance and asset tokenization. Next, let's talk about a true sports hero, Sunmaya Budha from Nepal. This incredible ultramarathon runner defied all odds, traveling nearly 3,000 kilometers just to compete and smashing records at the Hong Kong 100 ultramarathon. Her inspiring journey from a small village to the world stage is a shining example of resilience and determination, especially for women and girls in Nepal and beyond. And finally, a hot topic in international politics, U.S. visa policies are tightening on Chinese students, but experts warn this could hurt American innovation in the long run. With talented students like Jason feeling the squeeze, this move might backfire, prompting China to boost its own research and development efforts. It's a complex game of geopolitics that could reshape the future landscape of global tech leadership. Please continue to watch for detailed stories and insights. South China Morning Post highlights Hong Kong's strategic pivot to bolster its global startup ecosystem through InvestHK's innovative approach. The agency, renowned for attracting international investments over the past 25 years, is now shifting focus towards nurturing local companies' expansion beyond Hong Kong. Evident Group, a fintech firm operating a digital investment platform, exemplifies this new mission by securing a contract with Zand Bank in the UAE, facilitated by InvestHK's efforts. This partnership will enable Zand Bank's clients to access tokenized alternative assets, showcasing Hong Kong's strength as a superconnector in global finance. The story underscores how InvestHK's proactive engagement, including informal meetings and strategic networking, accelerates cross-border collaborations, especially in burgeoning sectors like asset tokenization and virtual assets, aligning with the Gulf's economic diversification goals. The agency's efforts extend to fostering stronger ties with the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, leveraging Hong Kong's reputation as a trustworthy, low-tax hub that bridges mainland China and the world, and supporting companies like Lianlian Global and Lingfeng Capital in their expansion plans. This new approach emphasizes Hong Kong's role as a vital facilitator in international finance and fintech innovation, even amid geopolitical and economic challenges. Max Denmark's return to the Hong Kong rugby scene marks a significant chapter in the city's sports narrative, blending Seven's explosive energy with the more traditional 15s game. His journey from a prolific Sevens scorer to a key player in the 15s Asia Rugby Championship reflects Hong Kong's relentless pursuit of rugby excellence. Denmark, at just 25, has already amassed a treasure trove of achievements, including Asian Games gold medals and regional dominance, but admits that transitioning to the longer, more demanding 15s format has been a new but really enjoyable challenge. His insights reveal the mental shift required, focusing on the process rather than outcome, staying engaged for the full 80 minutes, and adapting to the game's strategic depth. As Hong Kong prepares to face the UAE, Denmark's enthusiasm symbolizes the city's broader ambitions to elevate its rugby stature on the international stage, aiming for the 2027 World Cup. The story captures the spirit of resilience and adaptation, illustrating how individual athletes like Denmark embody Hong Kong's sporting aspirations and its ongoing evolution in the global rugby arena. South China Morning Post also delves into the intriguing world of budget tourism in Hong Kong, revealing how a mere $11 can unlock a day of sightseeing, cultural exploration, and culinary delights for two. This affordable travel experience, popular among mainland Chinese visitors, offers a whirlwind tour of iconic sites such as Wong Tai Sin Temple, the West Kowloon Cultural District, and Victoria Harbour, culminating in a scenic star ferry ride and a visit to the Peak. However, beneath the surface of budget-friendly adventure lies a wave of aggressive upselling, with guides promoting optional add-ons like harbor cruises and Madame Tussauds at inflated prices. Tourists like Sky Wang and Joy Jiao express mixed feelings, appreciating the high value but lamenting the rushed, superficial experience that leaves little room for cultural immersion. The story highlights a broader trend of cost-conscious travel, where tourists seek quick, inexpensive glimpses of Hong Kong's glamour while grappling with the trade-offs of commercialized tourism. As local authorities emphasize the importance of welcoming all types of visitors, this phenomenon underscores the city's delicate balance between economic benefits and authentic cultural exchange, especially amid rising competition from mainland and regional travel markets. The South China Morning Post vividly describes the impending threat of severe tropical storm Wudip, as Hong Kong prepares for its arrival with the issuance of the number 3 typhoon warning signal. The storm, affectionately named Butterfly in Cantonese, has approached within 800 kilometers of the city, bringing with it a brewing fury of strong winds and heavy rain. Forecasters warn that Wudip's outer circulation has already unleashed squally showers along Guangdong's coast, and as it moves northeast at 18 km/h, the winds are expected to intensify, reaching gale force on high ground. The city braces itself for the storm's landfall over Lizhou Peninsula, with the threat of escalating winds and heavy showers persisting through Saturday, prompting residents to stay vigilant as the storm's influence gradually wanes by Sunday. The Toronto Star offers a compelling account of Wudip's unexpected landfall on Hainan Island, marking a rare event in Chinese history with the island experiencing its first typhoon in over 70 years during the year. The storm, which had sustained winds of 119 km/h before touching down in Bazuo Township, caused widespread chaos, toppled trees, scattered metal fences, and the closure of schools, tourist spots, and airports in Sanya. Authorities responded swiftly, evacuating over 10,000 residents in Guangdong, and deploying rescue boats and helicopters to aid those stranded in the turbulent seas. The storm's arrival was marked by a dramatic rescue operation for a crew caught in the storm's wrath, highlighting the severity of Wudip's impact as it moved inland, with forecasts predicting heavy rains and tornadoes, further emphasizing the storm's formidable power. The third piece from the Toronto Star underscores the escalating intensity of Typhoon Wudip as it transitioned from a severe tropical storm to a full-fledged typhoon, forcing authorities to take urgent protective measures along China's southern coast. As the storm advanced northeastward from Hainan's west coast, it brought with it destructive winds, torrential rain, and towering waves, prompting the closure of schools, tourist attractions, and the suspension of flights across Sanya. The Chinese authorities responded with large-scale evacuations and the mobilization of rescue teams, including thousands of fishing boats returning to port and rescue vessels operating amidst 3-meter waves. Named Butterfly in Cantonese, Wudip's approach exemplifies the power of nature's fury, with the storm's impending landfall near the Guangdong-Guangxi border serving as a stark reminder of the storm's destructive potential. The South China Morning Post vividly showcases the intersection of fashion and sentimentality with 3 innovative menswear collections perfect for Father's Day. Simone Rocha, the Irish designer renowned for her romantic darkness, reimagines traditional menswear pieces like rugby shirts, transforming them into delicate, frilly, androgynous garments inspired by the children's fable The Tortoise and the Hare. Meanwhile, Louis Vuitton's pre-fall 2025 collection, influenced by Pharrell Williams' Miami roots, captures the laid-back beach vibe with nautical stripes, navy double-breasted jackets, and monogrammed evening wear, blending casual elegance with a touch of seaside adventure. Dolce & Gabbana revisits its signature Majolica motifs, curlicue patterns from Renaissance Italian ceramics, adorning silk shirts, bomber jackets, and practical accessories such as beach bags, evoking a sense of Italian artistry and heritage in wearable art. The Globe and Mail reports on the mounting international pressure on Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney to champion the cause of Jimmy Lai, the imprisoned Hong Kong publisher and pro-democracy advocate. Human rights groups, including the Canadian Coalition on Human Rights in China and Amnesty International Canada, urge Carney to raise Lai's case at the upcoming G7 summit in Alberta, emphasizing Lai's 4.5 years of solitary confinement and his ongoing trial under the controversial national security law. Despite diplomatic efforts and calls from MPs across parties, the Canadian government has been cautious, with the Prime Minister's office declining to comment and blocking a motion to grant Lai honorary citizenship, an action that has sparked disappointment among advocates. The article underscores the broader context of Hong Kong's crackdown on dissent, highlighting the imprisonment of activists like Chow Hang-tung and the urgent need for international solidarity, as advocates push for coordinated efforts to secure Lai's release and highlight the erosion of freedoms in the region. In a bold move to expand its global footprint, GAC Group's electric commercial vehicle subsidiary, Miraco Motor, sets its sights on the European market, aiming to capture 10% of the over 1.7 million annual sales of electric vans. The company's CEO, Xiao Ning, emphasizes the advantages of electric vans over traditional petrol models, citing lower costs and innovative features like autonomous driving systems and modular design for easy model expansion. Miraco's vans, capable of traveling 350 kilometers on a single charge, are positioned to compete against established European brands, with strategic partnerships like the one with Flint to facilitate market entry and after-sales service. Unlike passenger EVs from China, which face hefty tariffs, commercial vehicles assembled in China enjoy a trade advantage within the EU, bolstering Miraco's plans. With ambitions to export 500,000 vehicles by 2027 and penetrate over 100 countries, GAC's push into Europe signifies a major step in China's broader electric vehicle globalization, leveraging its manufacturing prowess and strategic alliances to challenge Western automakers and establish a foothold in the burgeoning electric commercial vehicle industry. The South China Morning Post vividly captures the stories behind seemingly mundane details, transforming them into fascinating narratives. Adrian Wong Hoen's art exhibit at Oil Street Art Space reveals Hong Kong's charming history through mismatched tiles layered over generations, illustrating how laziness and resourcefulness create a unique cultural charm. Meanwhile, Karen Chung highlights a new wave of passionate Chinese to English translators tackling the complex challenge of bridging two vastly different languages, emphasizing their dedication amid the linguistic and cultural hurdles. The resilience of ultramarathoner Sunmaya Budha from Nepal inspires readers as she shares her journey from rural beginnings to international victory, defying her own dislike for running. Photographer Daniel Allen explores Yellowstone's rewilding efforts, showcasing the majestic resurgence of wildlife, but also reminding us to respect nature's power, as evidenced by a recent bison attack. These stories collectively celebrate the beauty in everyday details and the extraordinary perseverance behind human endeavors, painting a vivid picture of cultural heritage, perseverance, and the natural world. The South China Morning Post also delves into the complex geopolitical and educational implications of U.S. policies targeting Chinese students, illustrating how recent visa restrictions threaten to harm American innovation and global competitiveness. The article recounts the shock and disappointment of Chinese students like Jason, who study in the U.S., as the Trump administration's move to revoke visas for those linked to China's Communist Party or studying sensitive fields sparks outrage and uncertainty. Experts warn that these restrictions could lead to a brain drain, weakening U.S. research and development, especially in critical fields like AI, while also prompting China to accelerate its own technological self-reliance. As Chinese students and researchers consider returning home or seeking opportunities elsewhere, China is poised to invest more heavily in domestic education and innovation, potentially transforming itself into a global hub for research. Meanwhile, the U.S. risks damaging its reputation as an open academic environment, with the long-term consequences possibly fueling a multipolar technological landscape. For students like Jason, the future remains uncertain, caught between geopolitical tensions and personal aspirations, illustrating the profound human impact of international policy decisions. South China Morning Post highlights Sunmaya Budha's extraordinary journey from the rugged mountains of Jumla, Nepal, to the international ultramarathon scene. Her story is one of resilience and defiance against social norms, rebelling against early marriage and poverty to become Nepal's fastest female trail runner, ranking 3rd in Asia and 13th globally in her age group. Her relentless determination has led her to break records, win multiple races in Hong Kong, and attract sponsorships from global brands like the North Face and Kailas. Her rise is fueled by her humble beginnings, where she trained barefoot, stitched old shoes, and was mentored by Nepal's Olympic marathoner Hari Bahadur Rokhaya. Budha's success not only elevates her personal career but also challenges traditional gender roles within her community, inspiring young girls and changing mindsets about women's roles in Nepalese society. Her story exemplifies how hard work and unwavering resolve can transform a girl from a remote Himalayan village into a global trail running icon, with her sights set on the World Mountain and Trail Running Championships and possibly the Olympics. The South China Morning Post also introduces Lily Buffett, Warren Buffett's granddaughter-in-law, whose career and philanthropy reflect her family's legacy of giving and social impact. Raised in Miami and educated at Columbia University in New York, Lily works as vice president at Power Sustainable, focusing on investments in clean energy and infrastructure. Her dedication to humanitarian causes, such as eradicating poverty, promoting gender equality, and supporting global health, aligns with her family's philanthropic ethos. Beyond her professional pursuits, she embraces her femininity and style, showcasing her vibrant personality through her love of fashion and beauty. Lily's active involvement in advisory boards like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and the Smithsonian National Zoo underscores her commitment to sustainable development and conservation. Her story exemplifies how the next generation of Buffett family members continues to carry forward the family's legacy of philanthropy, blending professional achievement with social responsibility. The BBC reports on a landmark legal victory for Neil and Donna Sands, a couple from County Antrim, who were awarded £300,000 in damages after suing the gossip website Tattle Life for libel and harassment. The couple's 2-year legal battle uncovered the dark side of anonymous online communities, where hate speech and defamation run rampant. The court revealed Sebastian Bond, a UK national, along with 2 companies registered in Britain and Hong Kong, as the operators behind the site. The Sands case was driven by the malicious comments that invaded their privacy, damaged their reputations, and caused emotional distress. This case underscores the growing concern over online abuse and the importance of holding digital platforms accountable for the harm caused by unmoderated, anonymous commentary. Their victory not only provides justice for their personal suffering but also sets a precedent for others affected by online harassment, emphasizing the need for stricter regulation and accountability in the digital age. South China Morning Post reports that the French embassy in Cambodia is actively involved in assisting the father of Hong Kong-based influencer Stephanie Cheng, who claims he was kidnapped at Phnom Penh International Airport before a scheduled meeting to discuss a fraud dispute involving a senior Cambodian official. Cheng, a prominent social media personality with a large following on Instagram and TikTok, alleges her father, Chi John Cheng, a French citizen, was detained in what she suspects is a deliberate political move to shield the accused official and silence her father. The French embassy confirmed it had been in contact with Chi John Cheng, providing consular support and meeting him, but Cheng's family faced obstacles, including courts without prior notice, lack of legal representation, and potential enforced disappearance. Despite her appeals for intervention and transparency, her father's whereabouts remain uncertain, raising concerns about his safety and the politicized nature of his detention. the French consulate in Hong Kong has also engaged, highlighting the international diplomatic efforts underway to resolve this distressing situation. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Scrolling through the headlines, another crazy day. 6 degrees of stories, connecting in their way. From the weather to the sports, and everything we see. People making news on TV screens for free. 6 degree world, where the news comes in a whirl. Every story ties together like a ribbon in a twirl. Sit back and watch it all. Big and small they call. From city lights to countryside, we're connected after all. A laugh, a cry, a sigh, news is flying high. From city lights to countryside, we're connected.